Не вижу сообщений в чате. Принимаются только донаты.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes.
Active decay.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in. You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from. The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit. And
Keep it. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. If you can handle the headache, some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor. I can't handle the headache.
it's more likely he can handle the smell, unlike you.
Sure you do. You just threw up a lot. There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't, there's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check.
Hello again, officer. How are things? Sure, I'm done with it. Go easy on that stuff. Well, this might be the last snow we get. At least I hope so. Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring. At least that's what my grandma always told me.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow. Stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see? That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbor gates. This is a great vantage point for keeping an eye on you. Glad to have been of service. Now you know the locals are keeping tabs on you.
Excuse me? Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here. I don't know anything about that either.
Pig is a widely used term for members of the police. It's not.
No need to worry, we are not saying you did.
Okay. Well.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much. Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage? If you want to earn some change by guilting people, go for it. But if you want to earn real dough, finish the case and start getting paid. There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entire pneumonia. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Are you okay, officer? You're facing tough odds here. It's aggravated further by alcohol withdrawal. That's probably a good idea. Clear our head. But before we can do that, you need to get your shit together. No, it's not, officer. We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad, right?
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet.
Give it half an hour. Get
Так, надо найти пушку все-таки. Клетники, да? Где здесь ломбард?
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Welcome to crime, romance. Be welcome. And please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space. Sir, don't be ridiculous. I certainly will not give you money. I would be doing you a grave. One has to earn one's success, even if one is a police officer. Handouts are nothing.
Certainly there are good things to be said about dependents.
Exactly. In this kind of business relationship, I could come and critique your work any time. I could demand things from you, limiting your
We wouldn't want that.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only. Nothing. Why aren't you browsing the books? Don't you feel compelled to look at the book?
She speaks almost as if she's trying to. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtain, you see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the pet...
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash
Через что
the
играю? Я
powers.
сам не знаю, через что играю.
The curtains do seem frail suddenly,
Ща,
not robust enough
дело
to
вот,
contain
смотри, у
the
меня
slip
интеллект
of
5,
darkness.
моторика 4. Вот, ты про это, да? Но я вообще хочу сыграть через концептуализацию и логику. Я первый раз играю, если чё. Вообще не знаю, что это такое. Только обзор видел один. Открою.
Please just talk to me, officer. Come here.
Talking is always good. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Welcome to crime. Be welcome. And please, I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of game, an endless variety of source. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Catawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Books in a Board Game Section. Who wants to read books? A towering mountain of colorful board game boxes and Wirral codices.
Ничего интересного, кроме этих занавесок. Где ломбард? Ёлы-палы. Да.
The tear machine stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk into the machine.
Изи. Делай деньги вот так.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but... I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so... I don't...
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us...
Okay. Uh-huh.
She looks up from...
Yes. what we have is there, in the medicine cabinet.
A colourful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer. The bottles wink at you in the light. The smokes too glitter in their wrapping. It's like looking into there, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol.
Sure. If you want something, I can get it for you. Just let me know. But I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But, no, Frit only sells legal drugs, like...
You see several packages. The packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking over a display.
What is what? It's a raincoat. If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
Her attention is drawn to the raincoat. A small cabinet on their logo is the bloodless rose, pure white, untouched by harm.
Just ask me if you need anything from St. Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
Но это не ломбард.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is the windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are a book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Elmdal in the Lost City.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town.
A Stars Riker, one of the finest Zhimsk-made motor carriages ever. An oldie, but a goldie. Not many people outside of Grad, and Revachol West too, it appears.
A Stash Raiko KK2. That's a classic model. Never thought I'd see another one repainted after what happened last time.
No, only that the motor carriage is typically baby blue. The colors of Sigismund the Great, an ancient Zhimsk ruler.
That's, well, yes, exactly it, more or less. Except it was a crowd of them. Tore him out of the vehicle and ran him over with... They said it was an honor killing, Hussar style. The Zhimsk community protested the trial, flying the colors. 5,000.
Correction, 4,395. The fourth largest public protest of a criminal trial in Revachol.
Welcome back. Feels like...
Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak, or he just likes unusual words, or both.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need? Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms...
Relax. He's merely joking.
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of found cargo. Mostly sporting goods, tracksuits, and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately. We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy. This rockin' beauty sure is like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket.
Neat. For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. These found tracksuits need to find their way to the kids way out in Wamrau and Loram. Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Don't be a stranger.
Volumetric ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
Так, у меня 5 баксов, а мне нужно 130, чтобы погасить долг. Или я пойду бомжевать. Бомжевать я не очень хочу.
There he still is, looking right through. Ha ha ha. Every time it happens, it gets worse and worse. There's nothing more to throw up now. All that's left is crying and convulsing dryly at the same time. Little black bubbles pop on the corpse's lips. Decay liquid, like tar.
Officer, you just need to be stronger. Learn.
You can open this white check again by going to your character sheet.
Maybe it's okay if you don't make it today. The dead man is...
Чё, теперь не смогу это сделать, пока стойкость не вкачаю?
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below
Ёлы-палы.
is...
Это отвратительно. Ну ладно. Не надо. Насчет стойкости или бабок, ты хочешь мне подсказать? Ну, нужно с пистолета, я так понимаю, веревку перестрелить там вот.
Scab?
Надо единственное, что я вижу пока что.
You're hazy on the notion of a scab.
Потому что на дерево залезть я не смогу по-любому.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Хорошо, спасибо. Ну, я сегодня так, до часу поиграю, постримлю.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
А, то есть я не пройду, да? Мне надо туда.
Your body continues. You have succumbed to Al Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making... No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. Begging for help. Attempting to pass fear for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup? You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Enough with this begging. You should leave. Bring your troops to the Simenine. You all.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Measurehead's race theory. He would take you as one of his own. The best idea. Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Do you?
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electronic door, and then to you. He lets out an audible
You are obviously a liberal, Sayerlight. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. I knew you would go straight for the vile cauldron. Everyone does. You need to first learn about type A and B to appreciate.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise, it just won't make any sense.
Yes, it would seem nonsensical.
Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where a receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades. In Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, the Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient the other large mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. Overproduction of sebum, as proven by the Maun and the Mesk. Occidental type A is in ret. The Areopagites are sleek, long. The latter is perfected, and type B are the unheroic races. Amorphous non-competitors of the great.
The Khoikos of Grad, Yugo, Zhimsk, Shest et al. Are what you would call white, officer, in a suspect description.
Yes. To an untrained eye, the Khoiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But look into their pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic. The Khoiko, the countless micronational.
Wouldn't he be 1-4 ethnostates?
Revacholians have.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening. But
the revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Zarath region. The revolution is fatal, familial. Enough of Tibet. Tips CF are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations. They are tortured creatures waiting to be put. It would be cruel. You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, What is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it. We will see.
Access to the Union is important for our investigation, but there may be another way in, without becoming a race theoretician.
You need to internalize what you have heard here today. I cannot possibly...
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Stop showing me your pathetic cup.
He had nothing to do with it.
Racists are generally not very good examples of their...
Welcome to Revachol. You hear him yell. He must think redheads are immigrants.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to...
The drawings are precise and look true to their pseudo...
Your silence betrays...
Look at me when I'm talking to you.
Give me.
A sturdy metal door. The door rattles against you. The door rattles.
Stop banging on the door. I'm not letting any more strangers inside. Doesn't matter who I am.
From within comes the...
Ha! The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here. No. I already told... Go check the backyard door.
Backyard door.
Madame, I assure you, we are real...
There is no reply.
Hey, up here, piggo.
Hey, what's that noise down there?
There must be another way into the building.
Что-то громко оно было. Ну.
Yes?
No response. He's having trouble processing it, believing it.
Have you tried concentrating on something other?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Focus on other people's troubles, not...
A moment passes.
Так и должно быть, или это баг у меня, Никит? Ну вот смотри, видишь, у меня здесь спуск в подвал. Я на него нажимаю, что-то начинает кряхтеть, и я не спускаюсь никуда. Я не хочу разговаривать с этим детьми. Все окей? О, ломбард. Изи.
A couple of indicator lights up. This panel usually closes the...
G'day to you, officer.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eye...
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of the waterlock. I'm keeping him company and eating this salami.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls.
Very good stuff. Anything...
There's a pile of cheap
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the late...
Abort. These are hideous. What's more,
Damn, officer! You look like a...
they're perfect for concealing your bloodshot and baggy. It's going to be very difficult for anyone to take you seriously with the...
No, you are definitely not buying those.
Are you sure? But they look so good on you! You should think...
These are all boring. Boring, third-rate. Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more...
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool.
Спасибо.
Oh, very interesting choice, officer.
This is how a sea monster sees the world. You've become a sea monster, all right. But these actually make your vision worse. It's like literally being...
Wow, officer! You look so cool! and they can be yours for a mere 3 reals.
The lieutenant tilts his head and steps back, eyes narrowed. And
You look like a musician. Like a blind musician. But you could do worse. Take them if you want.
Чё, берем очки?
A man who knows his style.
Вот так тогда, да, без шапки надо? Конечно, авторитет назвал мне не очень нравится.
you see a Samaran. The name Sileng.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool. You're?
You feel a twitch in your index fingers. There's a finger shootout brewing.
What? No finger pistols, officer? Pew pew!
The lieutenant nods approvingly.
You're right, officer. 100%. No playing around then. Strictly business. Maybe I can interest you in some premium menswear instead.
No need to dress this one up. Just tell him what you want.
Oh, okay. But why, officer? Ah, yes. Money is very important.
Are you trying to ask for a bribe? If so, you're not doing a very good job.
Sorry, detective.
There are clothes.
Don't be
Save the economy. That sounds off. You find your hat.
economical, but also trendy. Look first hand. Buy second hand.
Something cold graces your hand.
Да-да-да, модный приговор.
Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only 450 for you.
Какая ветровочка! Я бы такую в жизни носил.
You see two lowly.
I can see you with taste for luxury, officer.
A pair of
Those sneakers.
only fun ultra. Wear the future. You remember the slogan. These ones.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here. These, officer? These speakers are Samaran garbage. I'm ashamed to...
Samaran trash. That sounds like they're from the...
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad. Well, if you want them... But see, if, on the other hand...
Damn. So you have to buy the sneakers first. A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and... The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM. What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector. just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about it.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Local. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me entertained.
He's well composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic processes. Entertained? He might be high. If he is, on what? Okay. Looking at his wares, talking to him, that might...
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever, you're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right? He watches you melt down stoically from behind the lenses. Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now. Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism. Another police officer resigned from the RCM following a nervous breakdown. He now lives under a bridge, drinking and occasionally throwing excrement at passers-by, shouting, "I never loved that woman." When asked to comment, colleagues objected to the theory that his psychological disintegration was precipitated by his wife leaving him. It's because the Furrows lost that match, said Captain Ptolemy.
А, реально все? Ну все, спасибо всем. Я не успел стать белотраурником. Ставлю игре 10 из 10. Возвращаю в стиме. Пока что это все. Спасибо, кто смотрел. Приходите, может быть, вечером еще по-друбски будет. Вся инфа будет в Телеграме. Буба.